Award is achieved through 10 years of Awana. In that time, you memorize, I think it's around 1,000 and some verses, and you read the entire Bible and summarize it. So it's a very hard award to receive. I have been in Awana for 15 years. The 2 years of Sparks, 2 years of Cubbies, 3 years of Sparks, and then the 10 years that were required for the citation. I have been doing Awana 5/6 of my life, so a very long time. This is my 3rd year helping, and so I just thought I would say some of my favorite memories from Awana. So probably one of my first favorite memories was my Cub year when I was at a Sparky year, very large church, and we had a 20-year win streak in Awana games for Sparkies, and I wasn't good enough to be on the team, and I was very sad because I wanted to be on the team. And so the leader told me if I worked really hard, I could make it on the team, and I made it on as an alternate, and then I got to go play for another team that didn't have enough awards. And my team won first place, and the team that I was on to help out got 4th. But I still got first place award, so I was happy. In Sparkies, I learned a lot of important things on how to listen to adults and be respectful, and I still have very fond memories of my Sparky leaders. My other favorite memory would be Awana Quiz, which I did 8 years of. My first year was my 6th grade year, where I placed 3rd. And then my favorite memory would be this year, where the team I was on for Awana High School Quiz received 2nd place, which was and then one of my favorite memories from helping as an LIT would have been my first year, where Mr. Farr and I were in charge of the table of kids who should have been on their 3rd Sparky book, but were only on their 1st because they didn't want to listen to anybody. It was loads of fun. We learned how to control them quite well. And it was about halfway through the year, one of the kids had said one section in his entire book. And I was like, you can finish your book. And he's like, no, it's too hard. But I got him to start saying verses, and he finished half of his book in one night. And at the end of it, he goes, I could finish my book. I can finish my book, and I can go to the next one. I'm like, yes, you can. You're smarter than you think. So that was a great experience, just watching a kid learn. My favorite verse that I learned from Awana is Philippians 2:3-11. Philippians 2:3 and 4 I learned in TNT. And Philippians 2:5-11 I learned in Trek, and it has become my life verse, and it is, let nothing be done through selfish ambition or conceit, but in lowliness of mind, each consider others better than himself, looking out only for your own interest, but also the interest of others. And let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus, who, being in the form of God, did not consider robbery to be equal with God, but made himself of no reputation, taking the form of a bondservant and coming in the likeness of men, and being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to the point of death, even the death of the cross. Therefore God has highly exalted him and given him the name which is above every name, that at the name of Jesus every knee should bow, of those in heaven, and of those on earth, and of those under the earth. So those verses, they do stick with you, so it's a good thing to memorize them. And then also, over the reading the books of the Bible for my high school years, my favorite book of the Bible was Proverbs, because it talks about wisdom a lot, and it's a very valuable thing to have in life, and how wisdom is not the same as intelligence, and how even a person who isn't very smart can be extremely wise. So that was very encouraging. And that's all I have to say.